It's glad to have you right here on Newsfeed. Here on TV47 this 8th day of March 2023, and a happy Women's Day to all women out there who are doing incredible things to make the world a better place. Good afternoon, I'm Florel Muki. Here is our top story this afternoon. After many years of agony, traders at Nairobi Market are now set to get a new 400 million shillings modern market funded by Kiambu County government. According to the Governor Paul Womatangi, his government has plans to improve the status of Nairobi Market from June this year. Speaking during a visit to the market, Womatangi also announced plans to improve 20 other markets in a bid to improve business in the county. Traders are, however, calling on the governor to ensure a suitable plan for the market so that it can accommodate all traders.
Sema wanakangangi hawa ndio watatupatia wenye watapata stall za soko. Hakuna mtu hata mmoja ambaye atatolewa na mtu wa county kusema huu ni mwenye stall. Hakuna mtu atatolewa pahali pengine. Tukikuja kikao tukiongozwa na hao viongozi wenu ambao mmewachagua, mutalete majina ya watu wenu. Nimesema hakuna mtu atatoka kwenye soko ingine akuje kupata stall ndani ya Kangangi. Tunataka kama ni mfanyi biashara wa Thika apate stall kule Thika.
Na vile ningekuomba governor, wacha tusitengeneze kama yale masoko yametengenezwa yakakosa kufaidi wafanyabiashara wetu. Sisi tungetaka soko ambaye inaangalia masilaha ya biashara. Kama mtu ambaye anauza viazi, ni vibaya sana kupeleka huyo mtu gorofa ya 4 ati akauzie viazi huko gorofa ya 4. Kwa hivyo tungetaka plan mzuri, design mzuri ambayo itawafaidi wafanyabiashara.
And on matters International Women's Day, First Lady Rachel Ruto says there's need to empower women with the requisite digital literacy skills, which she terms key to their personal and professional growth. Speaking from Langata Women's Prison during the International Women's Day celebrations, Rachel said the advancement of technology will bridge the gender gap and ensure inclusivity in the digital age. Principal Secretary State Department Correctional Services Mary Mudhoni urged the government to donate funds to ensure one prisoner, one bed, one mattress campaign. So far, 1,000 inmates out of the total 60,000 have received the donations.
The theme for this year's celebration is Digital, Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality, with a focus on embracing equity. We are here to also relaunch Cross-Stitch International, whose name has since changed to Karakana. Before I proceed, allow me to convey greetings from His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Our partnership with Langata Women's Prison started on 19th December 2016, when we came here to launch Cross-Stitch after the Prisons Department requested that my office take table banking to the women in prisons. Just to explain a little bit, like Anne said, my daughter got the information that would bring Cross-Stitch to the women behind bars. But after discussing with her and talking to the prison department that time, we realized that table banking would not work. So we thought that would bring Cross-Stitch, which we did in 2016. Our visit reminds me of various scriptures that describe our activities here. Matthew 25:36, I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me. Hebrews 13:3, continue to remember those in prison as if you were together with them in prison, and those who were mistreated as if you yourselves were suffering. I love the scriptures because they give us practical advice and solutions for every situation. As Christians, we are called to be hearers and doers of the word. This is why, for me, Karakana Project is very close to my heart, as it speaks to my commitment to do what God requires.
Elsewhere, Kisii County Woman Rep Doris Aburi has challenged women to be bold and discuss pertinent issues affecting their welfare for solutions and recognition in this society. The women rep claimed there could be equity or equality for the women in silence was maintained in matters female genital mutilation, gender-based violence, and cruelty of children against their parents. While addressing a crowd at Kenyanya Stadium in Gushat South to mark International Women's Day, she expressed a concern over the rate of teenage pregnancies in the area. Nominated Senator Esther Okunyuri cited reproductive health challenges bedeviling the women and assured them of the Senate's commitment to tackle them.
Kama mwanachama wa kamati ya afya kwenye bunge la Seneti, tunaangazia sana afya ya uzazi. Akina mama wengi vijijini wameathirika na afya ya uzazi. Ningependa kutoa wito kuwa akina mama popote mlipo, wakati unapatwa na shida hii, ni vizuri uje mbele mapema ili uweze kuangaziwa kabla ugonjwa hujaenda mbali. Cha pili, ningependa kushukuru jamii ya Kisii kwa kuhakikisha kuwa akina dada wamepata masomo.
Hapa Kisii kuna teen mothers wengi sana, na hawa teen mothers wanakuja kwa sababu ya wakati wamekeketwa wanaambiwa sasa nyinyi mumekuwa wa mama, watoto wanaanza early sex na tutapoteza our generation. Kwa hivyo leo tunataka kuambia wamama wa feel wao ni wamama, wafurahie to take their space, wamama wasiogopa hata kuja kuuliza kura.
And as the country joins the rest of the world in marking the Women's Day, Turkana Women Representative Cecilia Sinyeni has celebrated all the women, saying that they are the pillars of the society. She thanked President William Ruto for believing in women to sign charters with them during the political campaigns, suggesting that it was a sign to prove that there was future for female. Sinyeni further said government should consider girls in provisions of free sanitary towels.
Happy International Women's Day. Women of this society have to be celebrated. In my today's wish to the women, I said women are pillars of any society. So an empowerment to a woman is an empowerment to an entire society. So we really need to celebrate our women, and I want to appreciate our President, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, because women are in his core agenda. In fact, during campaigns, he made us sign charters with him. There is a charter he signed with the Kenyan women, and he has high respect for the Kenyan women. That gives us hope that indeed the future is female. The issue of sanitary towels had started to be addressed well, but there is a place where we started missing the point when the whole project was taken back to the Ministry of Education. It was taken from the women reps to the Ministry of Education. But there is a day we went to meet the president as the women leaders of this country. The president said the sanitary towels project should be taken back to the women representatives' offices, and by doing that it will reach to that girl. It is so unfortunate in this era that there is a girl who will not go to school because she's on her periods. In fact, there should be a policy or a directive from the government that sanitary towels should be made available like the way condoms are in every dispenser, in every toilet. We are looking forward to a situation or to a moment where our sanitary pads will be found in any toilet. Our sanitary pads will be just like the way condoms are found anywhere. That is what we are wishing for.
And the county government of Kirinyaga has launched a major crackdown against owners of buildings discharging sewage into River Dhiba and Nyamindi. The crackdown, which began on Tuesday, saw 4 owners of residential and commercial buildings nabbed for directing their sewer lines into River Dhiba. The 4 are set to appear in court charged with violating the Public Health Act. The crackdown is being undertaken by a multi-agency team from County Government, National Environment Management Authority (NEMA) and the Ministry of Interior and National Coordination.
Today, this is part of the technical team for the County Environment Committee. We have been tasked to do a crackdown on all water resources to control pollution. Today we are here in Tukutus. The other day we'll be in another town because we have to go around all our county. And it's unfortunate that We have some business premises that have discharging directly their wastewater into the river, contrary to regulations.
As the Department of Health, it is very important for us to understand and know that issues to do with river pollution will cause a serious damage to our health and also in our environment. And therefore, we have embarked on cleaning our rivers, that is from the river Dhiva, Nyamindi, and all other particular rivers that are within Kirinyaga County, so that we can stop and eliminate the pollution that we are seeing people being involved in.
And one of the girls who was rescued from early marriage in Narok, Lucius Simpantoi, has finally joined Ole Tepe's secondary school in Form 1 through a bursary by Narok Woman Representative Rebecca Tonkei. The 14-year-old Sipanto, who scored 363 marks in KCPE, said she looks forward to be a neurosurgeon. 100 students who have benefited from bursaries issued by the Office of the Woman Representative in Narok. As the MP says, she is committed to ensuring that her county achieves 100% transition to junior secondary and Form 1.
I am happy to be in Ole Tepe's girls' school. My future, I want to be a neurosurgeon. I will do my best and not to let everyone who is supporting me down.
This girl was at home. She had no hope. Her mother is a widow and she's also a PWD. So she got very high marks, so 361 marks. And when I called Mheshimiwa Rebecca, our women rep, she responded very fast and she said we organize to get the girl to come to school.
Unajua policy ya serikali ni kwamba there should be 100% transition. So hakuna mtoto anastahili kubaki nyumbani kwa sababu hana school fees. Na sisi viongozi tuko hapo, kuna pesa za serikali ya basari ya presidential basari, kuna basari ya ofisi ya mama county ingawa ni kidogo, na kuna pia ofisi ya governor, kuna ofisi ya mbunge wa constituency. Kwa hivyo itabidi sisi wote tuungane ili tutafute wale watoto ambao wako manyumbani na watoto ambao wamepita kama huyu sasa.
And individuals and private companies will soon be licensed to build dams in a new government move to increase water supply. This is according to Water Services Board Chairperson Professor Simon Gisharu, who said the move will help solve the water crisis that has been occasioned by dried water bodies. Gisharu was speaking during the issuance of an 8-year-old license to Thika Water and Sewage Company to continue providing water services under the provisions of the Water Act 2016, becoming the first water provider in the country to acquire such a license. According to Gisharu, the decision to issue the certificate to the Thika Water was informed by the company's commercial viability and ability to adequately meet the water needs for over 300,000 residents.
No, as much as we are saying there is a problem of water, we are saying that in the country we have relied with the government of Kenya to be the only institution building dams. And the reason that has been the case is that once they build dams, they provide water for free to the water service providers. And what we are trying to do is to encourage investors to build dams and build them professionally. You remember there is one that broke in Nakuru and killed people. So we'll also be saying that once they are doing it, they do it professionally.
There are conditionalities in the license that we must continually meet, because the conditionalities require that we continue improving our service delivery in terms of hours of service, in terms of non-revenue water, in terms of revenue collection, in terms of managing the resources in the best way. So we can only assure the residents that things will continue to be better.
Mwingi West MP Charles Nguna urged the national government to supply its electorates with relief food. This is after poor rains witnessed in the last season, which has seen many families go for days without food. Speaking during the commissioning of a CDF project at Nzawa Primary in Migwani Sub-County, the legislator lamented that most school-going children are unable to concentrate in classes due to the biting hunger. The MP has urged the national government to immediately intervene before the situation goes out of hand, an opinion that was backed up by former nominated Bishop Robert Mutemi, who said that it was time for the national government and elected leaders to focus on fighting hunger, which is biting most parts of the country, instead of aimless political wrangles.
Hawa wanafunzi hata sijui kama watasoma. Tafadhali nataka kuuliza Kashagwa, manake you are in charge of that special program. Leteni chakula huku Mwingi West. We have got no other option. Otherwise, mutaanza kusikia watu huku wamekufa wote. Na tutakuwa actually tumeathiri. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka kuhimiza serikali at this one should go to national news. Tafadhali fanyeni hivyo, tusaidie watu wetu na chakula na watoto wetu na chakula.
Kwa hivyo ninatoa mwito wa dharura ya kwamba watu wa huku waletewe chakula upesi uwezekanavyo. Kwa maana hatutaki kuanza kusikia visa vya watu ambao wameaga dunia kwa sababu ya njaa. Hii njaa imemaliza ng'ombe hakuna, mbuzi hakuna, kondoo hakuna, hata kuku nyumbani katika jamii nyingi hakuna.
And the residents of Chakama in Kilifi County have attributed drought and elephant invasion to the failure to take their children to secondary school. Despite government efforts to have 100% transition from primary to secondary school, the residents say many students are still at home as their parents have no means of raising their fees. The drought has pushed them to farm along Galana-Sabaki River, but the crops they produce are usually eaten up by the wild beasts that have moved out of Savo Park due to drought situation.
Changamoto ambayo ninawapatia serikali na waomba muondoe hawa ndovu mara moja, kwa sababu saa hii tumejaribu na kujaribu kuwafahamisha serikali, lakini serikali imezembea kwa kazi yao. Kwa hivyo bila kusita na kuambia waziri wa utalii, ndovu wanaharibu mashamba. Hakuna hata miche saa hii ambayo inaendelea. Wakulima hawa wazazi ambao wako hapa ni kujikakamua tu.
Darasa la 8 kujiunga na kidato cha kwanza, na wale ambao wamemaliza darasa la 6 kujiunga na junior secondary school. Tumejaribu kuona ya kwamba tukishirikiana pamoja na washikadau kadha wa kadha ambao wako katika maeneo haya Chakama, tumewaleta katika shule, kwamba idadi kubwa wamejiunga kidato cha kwanza, na wale ambao wameenda junior secondary school tumejitahidi sana, idadi kubwa imeripoti shule.
Karo yenyewe ambao tunalipisha hapa ni 15,000 tu kwa mwaka, lakini kutokana na gharama kubwa ya maisha ambao sasa wazazi wetu wengi wananchi hawawezi kukimu. Maana akipata shilingi 200 anaenda kununua unga, kwa sababu unga pia umepanda sana na anashindwa kulipia hata kama ni 100 kwa ule mtoto. Kwa hivyo hii imekuwa ni changamoto kubwa. Ukiangalia uchumi ule ambao wazazi wamekuwa wakitegemea sana katika maeneo haya, tumekuwa labda tukitegemea mambo ya ukulima, na ukulima tumepata athari kubwa sana.
And traders and residents of Kidimu ward in Embu County are up in arms over the rising cases of insecurity that has left schools lose their livelihood to marauding criminal gangs. The disgruntled locals claim that armed gangs are terrorizing them at their business premises and homes, where they rob them of their hard-earned money and home appliances. Speaking during a meeting in Kidimu Market, some of the victims recounted their ordeals. In the hands of thugs, they pointed an accusing finger at the security agencies in the area of laxity and poor response times of distress calls. On his part, Area Ward Representative Julius Karuri called on the traders to be vigilant and report any suspicious characters or activities to authorities for action to be taken.
Tarehe 26 this last month on a Saturday, kitu saa 4 nilisikia kioo imefujika kama imeanguka. Mimi nikaamuka kwa haraka, nikaweka alarm on, immediately wakakata stima. Kwa hivyo alarm ikaenda off. Sasa nikaenda table room, nilikuwa nimeenda kuona hiyo neighbor yangu kijana. Sasa wakati nilikuwa naita hiyo kijana, ndio nilistukia kuona wanaume watatu wakiwa sasa wameshika vitu, panga, axe nini. Alafu sasa wakaniambia, wewe mama unafanya kazi ya M-Pesa na tunataka pesa.
Wale wanatuiba hapa ni watoto wetu na tunawajua. Kwa hivyo itabidi tuwafichue ndio tuweze kusaidika, kwa sababu wale wanaiba sio wambali. Ni mtu anakuelewa, anajua umepata pesa ngapi leo siku ya soko, anakufuata kwako nyumbani kama atakukosa hapa kazini. So unafuatwa kwa barabara, ukiepuka kwa barabara, ukiingia kwa nyumba unawakuta.
Mimi naomba sana sana viongozi wetu wenye wako national level. Kesho ningetaka kuona wakitoa statement on the issues we are facing here in Kidimu. More so the challenges that the OCS, the chief na wale watu wengine wa security wanapitia. Kitu ya kwanza hatuna patrol vehicle. Wakiitwa wana complain, their response is so slow because hawana gari ya kutumia. Mimi naomba viongozi wetu, naomba viongozi wa national, kindly hata governor mahali anaweza kuwa tu anisikie, atusaidie na asaidie wa viongozi wengine kutuombea patrol vehicle.
The Kenya Forest Service has today conducted a nationwide recruitment of forest rangers who will join KFS and KWS to help protect wildlife and forest cover in the country. In the West Pokot County, the exercise is being conducted at Makutano Stadium, where hundreds of youth presented themselves for the exercise. Speaking to TV47, Kacheliba Member of Parliament, together with other leaders who attended the exercise, asked West Pokot youths to take up the opportunity in order to offer their services to the county.
No paper. Last year.
Hapa West Pokot tuko Makutano Stadium ili kupea chance our young people, our young men and women to join Kenya Forest Service as forest rangers. We started off and we are expecting to close at 5.
Sasa inaendelea vizuri.